To install your LR Bag's output jack, start by finding and marking the drilling location in the tail of the instrument. If your instrument already has a strap button installed, you can remove that and use the screw hole as a pilot hole. If you don't have any pre-existing holes drilled, you'll need to measure the halfway mark between the top and back, mark the position, and drill the pilot hole there with an 1/8 inch drill bit. Once the pilot hole is ready, mask the area off with blue painter's tape and mark the hole by pushing a pencil through the tape. To drill the 1/2 inch hole, we recommend using a step drill bit with a 1/2 inch diameter at the widest point. Double check that the bit isn't set too deeply into the collar of the drill, or you won't be able to cut all the way through the tail block in one pass. Make sure that your drill bit angle is straight and in line with the neck of the guitar. Slowly engage the drill and press into the guitar, keeping your bit straight and level. Once the hole is drilled, make sure to clean up the sawdust inside the body before proceeding. With everything cleaned up, we can set the depth of the jack itself. Start by removing the strap button, outer nut, and washer from the jack. Then set the inner nut so that it's flush with the jack barrel. The position of the inner nut will set how much of the jack will come through the tail of the guitar. Setting this correctly for your instrument will minimize unnecessary wear and tear over the life of the pickup system. If you have a thicker tail block, the metal barrel cover can be loosened to extend the usable length of the jack. To fit the jack into the tail block, you'll want to use either a specialized jack tool, long screwdriver, or low-profile guitar cable to help pull the jack through the tail block from the outside of the instrument. Once the jack is through the tail block, you'll need to adjust the jack depth for a proper fit. Ideally, you want the jack to come through far enough so that the wider portion of the jack sits just inside the outer edge of the tail block. This may take a few attempts to get the depth set correctly, but it needs to be done right for the jack to function correctly. With the depth set, you can add the outer washer and nut to the jack and tighten the nut down with an adjustable wrench. If the outer nut bottoms out while tightening it down, you'll need to unscrew the outer nut and adjust the jack depth again from the inside. Once you're able to tighten the outer nut without it bottoming out, you can install the strap button. The outer portion of the jack should be nearly flush with the outer portion of the strap button. If the jack is recessed too far, the guitar cable won't be able to make a proper connection with the internal jack contacts. If you run into an instrument with an especially thick tail block, or if you have any other questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out directly to our support team at lrbags.com/support.